Hey, how's everybody hanging? This is Karkarov, and I'm here in the world of Dark Souls 2. Triangulate the things betwixt on the PC version, as you can tell by the superior graphics. Look at the grass, man, look at the grass. How's everybody doing? Yo. So before I get too far into what I'm going to be doing here in Dark Souls 2, just go over a quick few things. For those who follow my channel, Karkarov, what happened to Amnesia Let's Play? To be honest, I got bored with the game because it wasn't that scary, and I didn't like a lot of the changes the Chinese room made to the game. I was actually disappointed in it. To be honest, I was actually very disappointed in the game. I just didn't like it as much, so I kind of stopped playing it because I got bored with it. So I stopped making videos out of it. And I'm not enjoying a game, I'm not going to make videos out of it. I don't know how else better to put it. So Amnesia 2 was kind of a big disappointment for me. But that's why videos of that game stopped coming, because I stopped enjoying the game, and I didn't find it as excellent as the original Amnesia, which is still a very, very well-loved game by me. Number two, for those of you who may or may not know, I was involved a bit ago in the filming of yet another Hagar's Demon Souls tournament. I'm going to be working on those videos. There were some other recorders who recorded some fights I didn't get to record, so I was kind of hoping they would get that footage out there and make it available. It doesn't look like that's going to happen, so I'm kind of done waiting on that. And I'm going to go ahead and start working on those videos soon. But you should look forward to those videos as well. You won't get to hear my lovely dulcet tones because it'll be a PvP video, but you know, you'll be okay. So, what is my goal here for Dark Souls 2? First, I should discuss a few things about my Dark Souls 2 knowledge. I've already beaten the game on PlayStation 3. Why are you not doing a full Let's Play? And by the way, where the hell is the rest of that Dark Souls 1 Let's Play? Well, to get into that real quick, the Dark Souls 1 Let's Play stopped. Look at that loot. This is why I love the PC version. I never knew that was there on PS3. I kid you not. I just couldn't distinguish it from the water, because the fidelity is so much lower, resolution is lower, graphical standards are lower. I really just never noticed it. The minute I played this game on PC, I saw that loot immediately, like it wasn't even 2 seconds, and I was like, wow, there's loot there? Or maybe they made a patch and they changed it. They have patched this game, and some things have changed. Because I swear to God, I remember another loot being on the other side of this bridge over there, and it's not there. But anyway. So I've already beaten Dark Souls 2 on PS3. The reason I haven't finished up my original Dark Souls Let's Play yet is because, quite frankly, there's only like 4 videos left. But I think those 4 videos are in a lot of ways the worst 4 videos of the series, because they're basically just boss after boss after boss after boss. They're not particularly fun to watch. And they take place in what is probably one of my most hated areas of the game. Crystal Caves features prominently. God, I hate that level. It sucks. It's a terrible level. That level and Orlando are 2 of the big reasons why I like Dark Souls 2 a whole lot more. Because there is no such cheeseball craptastic. Don't wag your finger at me, son. Cheeseball craptastic level design is that in Dark Souls 2. Before I monologue more, we're going to go see some Hungry Hungry Hippo action up here. How you doing? Now, I've pulled this off before. I'm going to try it. If you're quiet and you walk slowly. Yep. You can just walk right on by him and he'll leave you alone. For those who care to know, that monster, which I think the game calls them ogres, the strategy guide calls them ogres, most players call them hippos for whatever reason, is probably one of the most deadly enemies in the game. They have huge HP pools. That one's actually a really small one. There's some you encounter later in the game that are like 2 and 3 times bigger than that. But they have this nasty grab attack that if it grabs you, unless you've got HP coming out your ass, you are dead. If they get that grab off on you, you are simply put dead. So, you know, he's that particular hippo is one you want to come back for later. In fact, there's a few more of those hippos in the starting area, the things betwixt, and you want to come back for all of them later. But that one in particular has a nice has a ring he drops. I don't remember what the ring name is, but fighting him right now at half HP unarmed in a situation where he can literally kill me if he so much as blinks at me, I don't think it's a good idea. Just saying. But anyway, what I'm going to do here on Dark Souls 2 on PC, sorry for monologuing more, is I intend to do a Let's Play, but I'm going to do it differently this time. I know the game. I've beaten the game already, so I know what's coming. I know what the bosses are about. I know how to fight them. I have an idea of what kind of build I want to be already. And I just know what I want to do. I think it'll make it a more fun, enjoyable Let's Play for me, and I think it'll make it more fun to watch too, because while there won't be as much silly, stupid deaths, I'm sure there'll still be some silly, stupid deaths, by the way. Simply put, there also won't be as much frustration and irritation, and maybe I'll be able to make it a little tighter, a little less rambling, but I'm going to be very specific about what I cover. I'm only going to cover new areas and stuff like that. I'm going to try to do it in sort of a walkthrough-ish way, so if you want spoilers on what's going on in the game or some secrets, you can watch it and you can see some stuff, because I'm not going to say I know everything, because I don't believe I do, but I know most stuff. Also, you should be happy I skipped the very lengthy intro cinematic. I'll let this play out, just for those who've never
seems to be the ruckus?
Played the game. After all, we all want to know what the ruckus seems to be.
The face of the curse.
See, now they're mocking my face, the face of the cursed, but quite frankly, I don't even know how they can see it behind this hood.
Has come to play.
And I'm not that ugly. I mean, look at them, it's like they're a big standard, right?
All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear.
They do have a lot of hair, though.
Didn't you?
They've got some serious hair going on for old ladies.
You're finished. You'll go hollow.
Screw you, too. Actually,
Yes.
I'm already hollow, which is why I'm at half
Become one
HP.
of them.
That's probably because you
Hollows
jumped down a whirlpool at the
upon
beginning of the
men.
game in an intro cinematic that I
Feast
skipped.
upon their
Because it's
souls.
really long and just confusing.
This is the fate of the curse.
Sure it is. So these ladies are basically red-headed trolls. And they like to make fun of you and try to humiliate you in many ways.
What
if
is
you
your
haven't
name?
noticed yet. What's your name? This is the part where you have to put down your controller. I'm using an Xbox 360 wired controller, and you have to type in your name. I already have another character that I started on. No, you don't, Xbox 360 controller. Tried to roll off my little desk area. I'm not going to let it. I tried to start on another character, but the footage was kind of poopy. There were a few things that I forgot might happen. I won't go into it, but let's say there were a few deaths that happened for no other reason, and I was trying to charge my phone while playing, and my phone has this bad habit of killing my USB function if it jiggles or something, so I would spontaneously in the middle of a boss fight no longer be able to move, so that was fun. Actually, no, I will not name myself. Well, sure, I wonder if it'll let me. I wonder if it'll let me name myself twice, because my other character's named Kark too. Enter key. Let's see if it lets me do it. Yes. I can have two characters named Kark.
At least
Works for
you
me.
know your own name.
At least you know your own name.
Here's your reward
Here's your reward. It's a cookie.
for sharing.
It's a nice oatmeal raisin
It's a
cookie.
human effigy.
Take a closer look.
Who do you think it's supposed to be?
I think it's pretty obvious. It's obviously
Think back.
Kevin Bacon.
Deep into your past.
Don't know how anyone can't tell that. It's a blatant resemblance.
Yes. It's an effigy of you.
I don't see the resemblance myself. It's definitely Kevin Bacon. So I'm going to very quickly discuss character creation here. It's a lot more detailed than Dark Souls and Demon Souls, which is weird because in many ways I think you can make a better looking female character, but I think the male characters actually really don't look that good in this game. I'm not really going to show you a lot of it, but basically, you can, I mean, there's just a ton of options. You know, you can even pick your eyebrow type. It's just crazy. You can have real beards now. You have actual real beards. I kind of like that beard and this beard. That one's a classic as well. But I mean, you can do a lot here. For some reason, there's fewer hairstyles, I believe, yet more. I'll switch off to my favorite. I like those eyebrows. There's my overall. I think overall is hair. Yeah, I like that hairstyle. I like that setup. So there, I mean, there's a lot more options there. I'm not going to make you watch me create my character because you don't want to be here for the next 5 years. But there's more options. You can make a very specific looking character. A lot more depth to the character creator this time. I think you can actually make some nice looking female characters. Strangely enough, I'm really not feeling the male characters as much. I really do think the previous games could somehow make a slightly better looking male character. But enough about that. We're going to talk about classes real quick. Okay, Warrior. This is probably what I'm going to pick. Warrior's a great class if you want to be a strength build. I've kind of decided I just want to be a strength build. That's what I did on PS3 already, but I really like melee. That's what I like to do. And this is, if you know you want to be a straight melee type fighter, this is the best class to start as. It has the best starting strength. Doesn't have anything in the magic stats. Just a good all-around starting class if you want to be a melee strength-based character. Knight is really solid if you want to do something a little more balanced, maybe play into Faith a little bit later on. You start with more HP, a little better attunement, which is really good, or not attunement, but really better adaptability. Adaptability is a very important stat because it affects your ability to dodge, how fast you use Estus Flasks. I seriously, strongly suggest anyone who wants to play in melee at least gets up to 20 adaptability over the course of the game. It really does help a lot. The big bonus is they start with really nice armor. No shield, but you know what? It's really nice armor. Best starting armor of any of these characters, in fact. And they get a broadsword. That's a really nice starting set of gear. Swordsman is basically your I want to be a dex character. Wanderer set. You get a short sword and a falcon. Just a quick one-off here. If you like dual wielding, this game is much better. Dual wielding mechanics are highly enhanced. By holding down what is the Y button on an Xbox 360 controller or the triangle button on a PS3 on a PlayStation controller, you can power stance. Power stancing, you basically have to have, I think, 50% higher than the stats required to use the item. So let's say you had a sword that required 10 dex and 10 strength, and you were dual wielding those, and you wanted to go into the dual wielding power stance, you would essentially have to have I think something like at least 15 strength and 15 dex. That way you had 150% the stats needed to use it, and then you could power stance them. Power stancing gives you a different move set. You do a lot more damage. If you're going to be a dual wielder, you want to get power stancing, be in the power stance. It's that simple. But that's the best class for dex-based characters, straight up. If you want to be dex, start with that. Bandit. What is the purpose of being a bandit? There's only one purpose to being a bandit, really. It's if you want to start with a bow. There's really no other reason to pick the bandit class, unless you like being dressed like an idiot with a salad bowl on your head, or you want to pretend to be a guy from Mad Max. I guess that would be a valid, thing too. Role playing a Mad Max bandit or somebody from Fist of the North Star. Cleric is really good if you want to be a cleric. Go figure. You also have no shoes. You don't appear to have on any pants, but you got a hell of a poofy robe with a great little cloak and a candelabra. That's actually a caster chime. It's very easy to get one of those early in the game. I don't recommend this as a starting class unless you're serious about wanting to be a faith-based character. Sorcerer, guess what they're good at? They're good at casting sorcery spells. Enough said. If you want to be a guy who casts a lot of sorcerer spells, you really should start at this, because not only is their starting set cool, it's not quite as easy to get a caster staff that's actually good early in the game. If you pre-ordered, you get a really craptastic one, I guess. Explorer, I don't recommend this class at all. It's just an all-around jack-of-all-trades class. It gets a nice magic resist ring and a Pharaoh's Lockstone, which I won't go into what that's for until much later. But basically, if you pick this class, it's because you know what you're doing, and you want to have a class that starts with some specific items to give you some specific early game advantages. That's basically it. I don't recommend this to newbies. Deprived is if you just want total stat control. You get absolutely nothing. No armor, no gear, no weapons, no items, no anything. But you have no bad stats. Everything is at least a 6. You start at soul level 1 so you can level up much faster early game. And you have total control of your stats. You can literally grow to be any character. You have no stat weakness. This is what I played PS3 as, believe it or not. I was deprived. But it's a tough start, because the only gear you have is the gear you started with, which is called the imported set. And you have no weapons, so you're forced to find your weapons in the game. And the game, at least for the first 20 to 30 minutes, really doesn't give you any good weapons. So that start is really rough with the deprived. If you're an expert player or a Souls veteran who wants absolute control of his stats, I'd recommend deprived. If you're anybody else, I would pick something else. I'm gonna go ahead and pick warrior, and because I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with a strength build, at least at first. I may try to work in some faith later on, but I at least want to start as warrior, and then we'll go from there. See you after character creation, folks.